Hello, welcome to Narrative Tales. In today's video, I'll be talking to John Edgar and his experiences in cybersecurity. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's just get into it.
All right, cool.
Okay, let's start with your education. What was your schooling in college like, and how was the experience there?
Um, I went to Santa Clara University. I studied computer science, and education was good. I got a good background in like computer science fundamentals, also mathematical fundamentals as well. I got a minor in math while I was there, and then I had a emphasis in cybersecurity. So it was good like foundations going into the cybersecurity industry, and like you kind of get a good grasp of how to problem solve and think with like a math background. So I think all those aspects really helped to like get to where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So, before your college, what high school did you go to? I'm wondering.
So my freshman year, I went to a high school called Tesla STEM, and then the next 3 years, I went to Lake Washington.
I've actually heard a lot about Tesla High School, and I think some of my friends go there too, actually. Um, how is it? So, what do you think of Tesla High School, and how is it different from other high schools, you think?
Wow, I haven't gotten asked that in a while. It's definitely a challenging high school. Like you're always like probably 2 or 3 years ahead of like what your age group is studying. So I thought that was pretty unique. It's definitely like they definitely put you on a good track to go to like college and like look at colleges. Like I remember my freshman year, like that's all people would talk about. You're also like in a really rigorous program. Like all the honors classes there are considered an advanced placement class at a normal high school, and like even the AP classes in that high school are on a faster track than like a normal high school would be. So like basically the whole point was when you took an AP at Tesla STEM is when you are done with that class, like there's no need to study for the AP test. You can just go ahead and take it. So it's definitely like faster and like more of a difficult curriculum. I'd say like one of the reasons why I switched over is just because I didn't find that the school was very well rounded and was very academic focused. Whereas I think that there's like a lot of other things about education that are important. Like Lake Washington was more of a traditional public high school. There we also had sports teams, and you're more involved. With, like you felt like you were more part of the school, whereas Tesla STEM was more educational focused. So you missed that kind of social aspect of being at a school.
Yeah. So, yeah, you talk about how contrasting they were. What was the transition like between those two?
I don't know. It was pretty abrupt. It was like my sophomore year. I think it was October, like really early October, and I was like, yeah, I think I want to switch. Like, I don't see myself here graduating from Tesla STEM. So I switched over to Lake Washington my sophomore year, and yeah, they kind of just like changed the classes. It felt like I got a lot of free time back. So like it was nice because I just took I just took more APs. Like at Tesla, I think my sophomore year I took two, but then when I switched over to like Washington, I think I took three my sophomore year, and like I wouldn't be able to do that at Tesla STEM just because the classes are harder to start with.
Yeah. So, after that, you went to Santa Clara University, right?
Yeah, I went to Santa Clara all 4 years. So I went from 3 years at like Washington, COVID year my senior year, and then went right into Santa Clara.
Yeah, what was the experience of getting into Santa Clara?
Um, I mean, it was interesting. I wasn't actually gonna apply when I first started because it was just a school my dad went to, and then I was gonna go to UW originally. I got into like their general admit engineering school, and then I got into Santa Clara. And I don't know, just the numbers ended up working out well. I thought it was cool to go out of state, and I thought it was a good area to major in computer science. I felt like I didn't think Santa Clara's computer science curriculum by itself was like very strong, but I thought the people you met and the connections you made at the school were almost irreplaceable than other schools. Like it was I did a great job networking and like meeting other people, and I made a lot of opportunities out of just the networking aspect and the academic aspect that I don't think many other schools would have been able to provide.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. So after you joined the tech workforce, right, in cybersecurity, what inspired you to
Mhm.
join cybersecurity?
Lot. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to it. I think cybersecurity is its own thing within the computer science realm. Like, it's very specific. Like, if you major or minor in cybersecurity, like, it's not just like a computer science degree. There's a lot of things computer science hits. It's more coding focused, whereas cybersecurity is like a very broad range. There's a lot of different legalities behind it. I think one of the reasons I went into it is just you kind of go down the line of every different industry you can end up in tech, and I thought cybersecurity was honestly the most impactful. It's like one of those industries where cybersecurity is a issue for our day to day lives as civilians, but it's also something that companies need, and it seems like it's a very growing problem, and there's going to be more problem solving needed in the future. So I thought that was kind of interesting of it. It kind of felt like you were solving a puzzle. Like I remember my beginning computer science cybersecurity classes, we were learning about like cryptography and decryptions, encryptions from World War II, and then we just made our way up to more theoretical mathematics, and then applied that to what computer science principles have. So I thought it was always unique to always like to just learn different cybersecurity practices and terms, and the learning is unlimited in that field. So yeah, and there's really good career growth as well, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So speaking of your career, how did you get into your first job?
Like why I did it or how I applied or
Um, how about all of it?
okay. So my first job is at Palo Alto Networks. We're a leading cybersecurity company, and the way I got into it was I interned for them my junior year as a product management intern, and then now I am a part of the company as an associate system engineer. And basically, it's a 2 year sales engineering program where they teach you a lot of different technical skills, how to talk to customers. I'm in the beginning of my second month right now. So yeah, I applied. I entered my junior year, and then my senior year, I interviewed for this role. Part of this week, they call it the Sales Engineering Academy, and so yeah, I'm on year one right now for it.
Let's switch it up a bit. Who would you go to for career advice?
Like in college or in high school.
Right now, if you needed career advice.
Um, if I needed career advice, like in my current job or
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I think I would go to my manager or one of my coworkers, and if not that, maybe like a mentor within my company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think career advice is like it's a broad subject, and there's a lot of different ways to kind of tackle that question. But if you're looking at it from a standpoint on career growth or like career pivoting, like probably my manager and my coworkers.
Yeah, yeah. So next, let's talk about AI. Do you use AI tools in your job? And if so, how often do you use them?
I probably use AI every day. We have a few AI tools. So we have Google Gemini. We have Notebook LM, and then we also have some other internal AI applications that helped code that I used last summer. But right now, like we have our internal AI secure browsing. So I use it pretty frequently. I use AI to like consult with my work. Like I'm constantly learning on my job, so it's really helpful to have basically use AI as like my personal tutor and like kind of go back and forth, especially when I'm studying for certifications or try to phrase a sentence or like help me with my slides, or if I'm gonna do a demo, then like consult with like how the flow of my presentation should go, or like what type of discovery questions I should ask. So I use it very frequently, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think AI is like underhyped or maybe overhyped?
Um, I don't think it's overhyped. I think it's very useful. I think people, I mean, the fact that everyone's using it on a day-to-day basis, I do think it's overhyped in a sense on the scarcity of it taking like job opportunities. I think that, there's a level of depth that AI can't do, especially with a job that's more client facing. Like companies can be very specific. There's a lot of security issues that go into using AI on a day-to-day basis and for all your daily tasks. So, um, I think it's moderately hyped per se.
Yeah, yeah. So a similar question. Do you think the growth of AI should be prevented or promoted?
I think it should be legally promoted. Like, we don't want it to get out of hand. We want to make sure it's compliant with a lot of different companies and like make sure we're using it for the greater good and to help us on our day to day. So I do think it should be promoted. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's switch the topic again. Who would you go to if you needed personal advice?
Um, what kind of personal advice?
That's a fair question. Well, how about you tell me who are the different people you'd go to for different types of advice?
For for personal advice, probably like one of my friends from school or my dad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, do you have like a personal and or a professional role model and why?
Um, Personal or professional. I mean, I think everyone has their own careers and like what they want to see in their careers in the future. So like I think my personal or professional role model would be like myself in 5 or 10 years. Like I don't think there's someone out there I want to be just like. I just want to do it like how I would do it. I think, navigating, I've interned for a lot of different companies. I think there's a lot of different ways to navigate a career. So I think my career is going to be very unique to how other people have their careers. So I don't really see myself like admiring one specific person. I do see like there's different directors and executives at my company where like, oh, they seem very professional. They seem like they're a really good role, but I think I'm on my own path here.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think there's certain people who you like maybe like a certain trait about them that you would like to see in yourself more or something like that?
Certain trait. I mean, there's certain skills for sure. Like I think, as I'm growing into my current role, like being able to present and have like a deep technical base of AI and like the different products we have at our company is definitely a skill to have in the future. And yeah, have like a better online presence on LinkedIn and being able to, kind of advertise yourself is also something I look forward to.
Yeah, yeah. So, I was also wondering, so what do you think about this? Between like California and Washington, where do you think more tech opportunities are?
That's a good question. I like the Bay. I like the opportunities in the Bay. It's kind of interesting because the Bay Area has more big tech, and I think San Francisco itself has more like startups and technical opportunities. I'd say that California is a lot more uh, has just a better technical opportunity than Seattle. I don't think that's not anything bad on Seattle, but Washington as a whole is definitely the little brother to California in terms of job and tech opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I actually read on your LinkedIn that you had volunteering and you volunteered for Athletes for Kids youth mentoring, right? What is that?
Yeah. It's a program that I did in high school. So basically, they pair up a athlete. So I played basketball in high school, and they pair up one athlete, and they try to find a. It's essentially your buddy, and it's a kid that's in middle school, elementary school, or high school that has some sort of like not say disability, but like someone that needs a buddy or like someone that needs like mentoring or like um someone that could use like support throughout their like call or like their education. So like I had a friend who was in the program with me, and his buddy would had like a condition or disability. My buddy had a certain condition as well, and we're basically there to be like their big brother. So like it's a buddy system where you get paired with someone, and they look at you as their older, like their mentor, their buddy, their older brother per se. It's similar to the Big Brother volunteering program. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it more focused on the athletics?
No, not at all. I mean, they recruit athletes because they think like athletes in high school is a good way to filter out like people that care about education, but also like have a work ethic and like are competitive because they're like in the athletic space. So I think it's just a good way to filter out like well-rounded people that could be good mentors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually going into high school this year. So what advice would you give to someone who's going into high school or is in high school?
That's a good question. I think like map out like what you want to get out of high school. Like I would say like try new sports, play at least two sports while you're in high school. Like I think athletics are a great way to like make new friends, build like build time management skills and like meet new people. So I think that's one thing is definitely join at least two sports, and then challenge yourself in school. Like I think I challenge myself pretty heavily, but it's always good to have like a well-rounded schedule of like athletics and school and friends. So like just make sure you're always well-rounded in the sense of all those three keys, and challenge yourself in school, set high goals, and like I'd say like I mean I did this a little too early in my freshman year, but your sophomore year, like try to think of like schools you want to go to, what you want to study. Like start thinking about that stuff early because it's like always going to change. And all the schools I applied to my senior year, like me having planned that out my sophomore year, like just made it so much easier to pick out my schedule and like the classes I want to take before it was you're a junior and you're already applying to colleges.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah. So that is everything I have to ask you. Is there anything you would like to ask me?
Yeah. So you have this channel on YouTube. Like, where do you see? Like, what do you want to do with this? Like, what do you think your plan is for this in like within the next year?
So I feel like this is a great way for me to learn about a lot of different career spaces. Like I'm learning a lot between like community building to the tech place. And I think just learning about all these things can help me decide what I want to do as I grow up and choose my own career.
Cool. What have you learned so far?
I've well, I have to pull up some lists, but I think I've learned like things about like community building and building communities around the world and working with the government to do things like that. I've learned about things related to like, well, I've learned a lot about AI and people's different views of AI. I've interviewing people from other countries. I've learned about their preferences between the United States of America and their home country. Things like that. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. That's great. I'd give advice on just like keep going and like like in the future, like the more videos you make, the better they get, and like I think it's a great way to like get exposure as well online. So just keep going at it. I'm sure you'll learn a lot, and I think it's going to help a lot when you're, towards the end of your high school, going to college and in college as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of Narrative Tales. If you enjoyed, you might enjoy some of my other videos as well.